Welcome, I'm the DeadwoodJedi. This is a Raid Shadow Legend video. I have back on the channel with me, Mr. Ash.
Already. Yeah. Deadwood, it's a pleasure to be here, man. I'm wearing the same clothes I wore last time, dude. I can't get enough of this hoodie, you know?
It looks so good on you, though. Noticed. I don't blame. Well, yeah, it's got my logo on it. What else am I supposed to do? Little wrinkle. This is what happens when you sleep in your clothes.
I thought about going with the same outfit every video too. That way, because have you ever like had to make an edit to an old video and you're like, oh, where are my clothes from that video? You ever do that?
Kind of legit right there. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Just the video clothing. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes. I can just see your closet just being a list of like 7 of those hoodies and hats. Like that's all it is. Same thing. All right. So let's get to the video. What we want to do today, we just talked about, yesterday was Thanksgiving. We talked about things we're thankful for. Today, I want to talk with Ash about quality of life improvements in the game, specifically quality of life, but in general, improvements to this game, right? But like we're talking about things that here's the prerequisites for this. Things that are already in the game that can be made better. Not talking about adding new stuff, but if it's in the game now, this is a way to make it better for us. So that's kind of the idea here. We've got a lot of stuff to get through. We actually don't have a ton of time, so we're going to go through kind of quick. So Ash, let's start with you. Tell me something that you think needs improvement, and just go in.
Should I quickly try to win back some of your subscribers who are mad at me for saying Champion Pass was okay?
I mean, that's up to you. That's up to you if you want to do that or not.
Go there, okay?
Don't worry. My subscribers appreciate me having you on, but
low hanging fruit, Champion Pass. All right,
Champion Pass. Yeah.
But now I'm going to talk about a little tiny thing that's been bothering me for forever. Go to like Arena or whatever and just go to your little champion loading screen where you see the rotation and stuff like in a battle. So you can, you click on Kaimar, right? And hold it there and you can see, hold the click, like you're going to go look at his profile.
I know what you're talking about.
So you can look at the total stats, which they actually took that away for a little bit. And it bothered me immensely. But I want to be able to right here on this screen, I want to be able to just go, instead of going to this screen, I want it to send me to my champion screen of him with the gear. And when I X out of this screen, I'm right back in the classic arena, right? Because there's so many times you just want to, I just need to swap out the gear, or I need to add an artifact. He might be naked or whatever. Or you want to tweak, or you want to min-max, or you want to do anything, or just remind yourself what set you have on a certain champion you haven't used in a while. I just want to be able to go right there. I don't want to have to exit out, go to my champion screen, go back into, So it's this very small one.
100%. I have this problem all the time. Like I'll go with a team like this. There's a couple champions I never use, like Vogoth or the Crypt King Brawl. And I go to champions and I'm like, okay, I just gotta find Vogoth. I just gotta find Vogoth. Wait, where's Vogoth?
Search him at least now, but still,
where'd he go? And it just takes me that little bit extra time. It's just that little bit extra time, but it's annoying as can be. And so it's like, I think that's actually a wonderful idea. Be able to click on the champion, have it immediately take you to his champion page in the champion section, and then when you exit out, it comes right back here,
right back to where you were. Yeah,
be so nice, right? Because now it's like I don't have to look for it. It's such a big thing. Yeah, it's a little thing, but it's a big thing. I think that's a great one. Okay, awesome. Well, actually, you know what? When we're looking at the champion section, this is perfect. Now, maybe I'm wrong about this, so we might have to. Maybe we'll cut this out if I'm wrong about this. But when I look for gear, right?
Yeah.
When I go to the filter and I look for gear, is it just, you can't hide set filters? Never mind. This was one I didn't even know this existed.
Yes, I just showed you that in my video.
I know. That's why I was like, wait, is this a thing? And now I realize it is. And now I feel like
they added that when they added the priority stats. And that's also a game changer. So I don't have to worry about, it's all there,
Oh, God. Okay, nice. Moving on to the next thing.
Add that to the things you're thankful for video.
The thing I'm thankful for. I didn't even realize I was in there. Wow. Okay. Well, one little thing I can't talk about that though, because it wasn't just about the sorting, right? There's two things in the gear that I would really love to see. One, an auto equip button. You see this in other games. Where it's just like when I'm a new player and I don't know what the heck's going on, being able to just click auto equip would be huge. I feel like, have the game just say, okay, we're going to try and, put this on based off the type of champion it is and get them going. Right. I think that would be really nice. The other thing that I would like in this kind of thing is in this filter part of it, right? Is to have negative choices. I want a champion without a speed substat.
Ooh, yes,
right?
yes. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Those things would be really, really helpful, I feel like, as far as like building no crit damage, right? Like negative choices, no flat HP, no flat attack, no flat defense, right? These would be things that I think would help just a lot in general.
No, I agree. It's not something you look for often, but when you do, it's like impossible to find, when you're trying to speed tune or something like that. I mean, in a perfect world, we could just like put the parameters or whatever, and I guess that's what it does in a roundabout way, right? By being able to choose what you do and don't want in the same filter system. Right.
But I mean, if I put all the percentages, these are all exclusive, right? So I can only choose 4. It's like there's not and or kind of awesome options there, and that would be good too. I would actually love an or option here, right? Like, can I choose? Can I find rings with HP or defense percentage on it? Not just one. Anyway, that would be a little thing that I feel like would do a lot towards helping things. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Yes, I what we're going to do here is we are going to absolutely, totally decimate the market. And we're going to rebuild this thing from the ground up, man. Yes. This market is, first of all,
what is this?
It's
golly, so bad.
This is one thing. I mean, I'm sure there's a few others, right? Like the gem mine or whatever, sparring pit. But like, this is one thing they haven't touched since the day I started playing Raid. The market. First of all, let's do some consolidation here, right? Let's get the bazaar, the clan market, and the market all in one, anywhere I can spend currency on something, let's put them in different tabs. I've been playing a lot of Watcher of Realms, and that's what they do. They have a tab for arena, tab for this, tab for that, tab. And each time you switch the tab, it changes your currency required to buy the things, and everything's in one-stop shop, right? Literally. And then in the market itself, like, golly, this is the most atrocious. Like, why wouldn't Plarium want us to buy good things, even if the cost was high? There's so, I mean, listen, in a perfect world, I'm going to go big, right? In a perfect world, they'd sell us previous champion shards, and they'd sell us primal fragments for primal shards. They sell legendary skill tome, and even if it costs 1,000 gem, like whatever the heck, I don't know what it would be, but like, even if they're expensive, they would bring some premium resources in there, but this is just absolute crapola, man.
It's pretty bad.
It's not good. It's not good.
Even on the very basic level, if you just want to improve this without having to change it, just make all the gear at least 5-star, and just go from there. Like 5-star and rare, like that's the baseline on the gear. It can go up from there, but at least then it's useful for people that buy it. You know what I mean? But like that's a step in the right direction. But I think you're absolutely right. I had on my list the token trader as well. The clan shop is another good one. But you're right. There's no reason why these things aren't all in the same spot. It's kind of silly that they're not all in the same grouping.
I forget sometimes about my clan shop. Like I have to kind of remind myself. Like, oh yeah, I haven't spent anything in clan shop in so long.
I forget about the bazaar every single week. Every single week, I'm like, right, that's a thing. The clan shop too, and you're right, absolutely right on those. That's a great suggestion. Let's see, what can I? Oh yeah, this is a personal pet peeve of mine. Personal pet peeve. Simple fix. Okay. The Forge, right? The Forge. Forge is great. Forge is amazing, right?
Yeah. I mean, what's the problem with the Forge, man?
Oh, the problem with the Forge. Why do we have 4-star gear? Why is that a thing? In what world?
Fair.
Is that a thing? Why would you make me do that? Just make it 5-star only.
You don't like the 4-star, huh?
Yeah, who uses it? What's the point of it? Anybody that gears with 5-star levels up 5-star, you're doing it wrong. Facts, you're doing it wrong. And I don't think that's your fault. I think it's the fault that it's even offered, right? It's another one of those things that is a misconception for players that shouldn't be a misconception for players. That it simply shouldn't be. Look at this. Why are they offering 3- and 4-star stuff here? What is this?
That is
you're right.
that? You're right. 3 and 4 stars, huh? I didn't even realize that until you just said it. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing in these sets where, so like this is like, again, all these Doom Tower sets, they have 3 and 4 star. But in the sets where you do the champion pass, they have that too. And they still have a 4 and 5 star. And the thing is, you don't get the materials to do the 6 star unless you pay for it, right? But making me go through all this for 4 star gear that I'm not going to use just to find the 5 star pieces is so, I don't know, that's wrong to me. So that would be 100% the thing I would get rid of. Just eliminate 4 star gear or lower. Just eliminate it, right? The other thing is find a way to include mythical in the gear, right?
Yeah.
It seems like we have it. We should include it in the rarities, right?
Yeah.
And they should also add an auto sell feature. Just like
I agree 100% with the auto sell, man. Yeah. Because a lot of people just use this to farm silver anyway, right? With deflection gear, right? No, I'm sorry. What the heck is it? Resilience. Because resilience is kind of a mass set, but it's easy because you can just farm it with arena and with faction wars. So you just get it alongside perception materials. So a lot of people just for clan versus clan, they just sell it all basically, and they don't use any of their rank charms or any of that stuff.
Makes sense. Look at how much I have. I get it.
Yeah, you've got quite a bit there. You could rack up some CVC points if you wanted to.
Yeah. It's 100% the auto sell. Okay. But all right. That's the Forge.
There's so much. There's so much. Forge is a good one though. You're right. It can definitely be optimized. Let's talk about Guardian Ring. I mentioned Sparring Pit. Like maybe nothing needs to be improved there, but like I don't know. I find it pretty lackluster. Maybe increase the levels or something, and do a little better there. But empowerment. Let's go empowerment. Let's go unbind. Let's go token trader. So empowerment. Here's what I want to have happen. I got spoiled by other games. Deadwood. I got spoiled, man. And you know what they do in other games when you empower?
Tell me what they do, baby.
When you empower a champion in another game, you're given the equivalent of a 5-star chicken. Back, because like you're getting a little, like you're sacrificing.
Oh, sure.
And you're getting a little help to upgrade another champion. And I don't think they'll ever do this at all. But I'm wasting my breath on this one. But to me, I like getting a little bit something back material wise. It's not enough to go in and ascend to somebody else or not ascend to rank up somebody else. But I really like that they do that in some other games. Life tokens and token trader. I mean, this is something that's just like, I have no idea. Like Earth to Plarium. What the heck is going on here? Look at you. You're still at your 500 initial, huh? You've never sacked a crappy Lego, huh? I'm very dirty and I bought
here's the difference. How many legendaries do you have? How many shards are you opening? Is your faction guardians full? My faction guardians is mostly full, but I still don't have any orcs.
Sylvan Watchers, I don't have.
I still have a lot of gaps. So for me, I keep a lot of them because I can either empower a champion,
you need the
or
dupes.
I can upgrade. But like, literally the only champion out of this, the only one I don't have is Foley, and I just like I would love to have a Foley, but
Foley's so good, dude. You're working on your Fire Knight team. Fire Knight Hard. Foley is so good in Fire Knight Hard, man. I'm telling you.
I believe it. I just don't say
I didn't use him at first, and I saw somebody else. At one point, I heard about him, and I was like, wow, he is so good. And he's great for arena, too. He can take care of Sun Wukong. You never have to deal with a Sun Wukong revive ever again.
Yeah.
Hard sell you on Foley.
You did a pretty good hard sell. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know. I just figured, I don't know. The idea of trading in 6 legendaries.
I know
for one is just it hurts my soul. The chicken thing's a great idea, especially since you do have to rank this guy up once you get him, right? It's not like he starts off maxed out or anything, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, give us something in terms of the token trader. I mean, let me ask you this: is there any champion that you would sacrifice 5 for?
Sure, I would. Yeah.
I mean, do you have like Duchess? Like, would you sacrifice for a Duchess?
I don't have a Duchess. It's like literally the number one champion I would love to have. So yeah, there are definitely champions that I would want. But
why not charge? Yeah,
I don't think they'll ever put the OP champions in the sparring pit in this token trader. I would love to see it rotate, but I just don't see them ever doing that because I don't think they want to proliferate the meta champions in the game. That said, we
I
can
agree
still
with you, but,
rotate
like,
these
Tomb Lord
champions,
and
right?
Molly, yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, at the very least, allow us to refresh once a month or something. I don't know, like, because I'm sure there's some people still saving up for some of these, and I wouldn't want to like disrupt that either. But let us refresh or something. You know,
there's got to be like 250 champions, legendary champions in this game. I'm sure you can rotate through 150 of them that aren't OP in meta. You know what I mean? Like you can rotate probably through 200 that aren't OP in meta in any aspect of this game that wouldn't break, competition.
And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe like people don't really care at all about the token trader, because to your point, I imagine 99% of the player base are not in here buying these, anyway, so I don't know.
Hey, it's another part of the game that needs improvement. I am on board with that. I think that's a great suggestion. Right. I'm with it. I'm with you. Okay. Here is my next one. This is a simple one. It's a very basic one. Super basic one. Dungeons. All dungeons. I don't care the level. They no longer drop brews. No longer drop brews. So this is a more early game problem. I get that. But yeah, too often, all these dungeons, they always have the opportunity to drop brews, and it blows my mind. Blows my mind that that's even a possibility in here. And it just makes me upset.
And it takes away from like the percentage, I believe, like they should up like the maybe ancient shards or something in return.
Sure, sure. That's fine.
Give us anything.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Make it be something useful, right? I just don't want brews.
Sure.
Like in the arcane keeps and stuff, they're always dropped. Like I don't care about brews. I don't care about brews. Give me what I came here for.
Easy on that though. Like
I'm on my soapbox right now.
I know, and it's your channel. I'm supposed to agree with you, but you never care about brews until you don't have brews, and you're like, crap, I don't have brews. No, you never feel that way. I got to go to campaign.
That's actually true. That's actually really true. That's like, I can't even argue with that. It's a really good point.
Yeah, you're like, where do I get brews? What do these 15 shops sell brews? I have to go through the whole game because there's no centralized market.
It's fine. I just wait for the next champion pass, and that's how I get my brews.
No, yeah.
Boom.
Boom. All right.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
All right. Anyway, that was easy. That was a small one. All right. What do you got? Give me something.
Yeah. Tavern, man. It needs an entire revamp. Tavern, right?
Mm-hmm. This is huge. Yeah, for sure.
It's archaic. It's archaic what they're making us do to get one legendary to 6 stars, or one epic. It doesn't matter the rarity, right? To get one champion to 6 stars. Boy, it's a lot of clicking. It's a lot of tapping. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hunting. It's a lot of sacrificing for another sacrifice, for more experience. It's a grind, and it's a haul, and it's a negative experience, especially for newer players, because in the beginning, it's a lot more work to get one 6-star than when you've been playing for a while, Yeah. And boy, I think what turned me off the most as a new player, granted this is 4 years ago or whatever, but as a new player, I'm like, wait a second. I have to level up 5 champions to sacrifice for one champion. Anyway, and then when they make it take an hour and a half to do it, I feel like it makes it feel even more arduous, even more like it's in your face, right? Mm-hmm. So I like the idea of a auto star, basically. If you have the resources potentially on your account to be able to get a champion to X level, with one tap, all of the resources will come up on your screen that you're going to need to expend. You click I agree, and everything's gone. That means it's going to cost you like a few million silver. It's going to cost you, 20 rares, whatever it may be, right? And you can still do it manually if you want to, because you might not want to sacrifice X, Y, or Z or whatever. You might want to do it a special way. That's fine. But there ought to be a quick way to 6-star if you have the resources without having to, spend whether it's 15 minutes of my night or a half an hour of my night or 2 hours if I have to level up them all. It's quite a lot, What about you? Do you think, is that your biggest gripe with the 100%. Tavern, or is there something else? Okay.
It's not, I don't know if it's my biggest gripe, but 100% you're spot on with this assessment of things. The time it takes to do this stuff is silly. The fact that we don't have a one-click upgrade button doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, we got 6 spots for champions. Give me a one-click upgrade. Just give me a one-click upgrade. It's in every game. That solves a lot of these issues.
I haven't played a game like this in this genre for years that had a manual like this, 6 spots and in the sacrifice, anyway. So
one of the things that they did do is they added that thing where you can like actually, add the brews and like max that out, which is great. But again, that means you have to have the brews for it. And, most of the player base doesn't. This is something that you get from really buying packs or
if it was up to Deadwood Jedi, you guys wouldn't have any brews.
Yep. Like I stand by that statement.
Brews. Strong stance. I kid.
It's great. No, but I think that's but for me, that's a huge thing, right? So I agree with you. I think that definitely needs to be faster. I'll tell you one other thing that I really wish would happen is I don't know about you. When I'm trying to, rank up somebody, I get stuck with all like I'm a whale. I get a bunch of resources from a player, right?
Let us mix our chickens like we can mix our
bingo
potions, right?
Well, first off, yes, that would make a lot of sense. But it's not just that. It's can I have some sorting options? Can I have some sorting options just like I do in the champion section? Right? Like let me sort by rarity, by rank, by level, by affinity, by faction, all that stuff. There's no reason why that's not available here. Let me put away my chickens if I don't want to use them so I don't accidentally click on like a couple little things like that. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Here's the biggest one. I think this might be the biggest one because every player that starts this game goes through this. Every single player goes through this. Now I'm not 100% remembering what it's called, but you know how the very beginning of the game we have these missions, right? The missions are great. Missions are great, right? Some of them a little better than others, but missions are great. We also have challenges. If I'm not mistaken, that's what they're called.
Oh yes.
Right.
Yeah.
They're still as bad as they were when we first started. They still ask you to put attack percentage gloves on your champions. I'm just saying, can we rework that? Can we actually do that proper now? Like it's been however many years. I mean, it's just
hire an intern, player. Hire an intern and get in there and fix all that.
Like it's simple, right? I'm not even like just change the requirements, change the challenge. It's a simple thing, but like that needs to be done better. You need to teach your players better. Can't be teaching them the wrong things, and you're constantly doing that early on in the game. Problem. So yeah, that is a big one for me, but pretty simple. But that just needs to happen.
It'd be no, I agree. I haven't thought about that in a while, but it's cool that you think about these things from a new player's perspective. Not a lot of people do that, man.
I was fortunate I did a free to play last yeyear, and that kind of got my head thinking around.
Went through
immediately it was like, what is this? Why is this?
Right. Yeah, no, that's a good point. One thing I'll add, this is a super small one, but and maybe I'm being like beggars can't be choosers here. They've already made a lot of improvements in the auto key area, like the auto fight area. But on the faction wars, man, like it's even though they've given us the super raids, which is great and nice and awesome. It still feels like, why do I need to watch it twice or 3 times or whatever the number? Like, why can't I just watch it once? You know? Do I need to, I don't know. It's something, again, I just don't. How much enjoyment do players really feel watching something 3 or 4 times in a row double time?
I'm going to do you one better. Not only should this just be an instant complete, or at least like, a multi-battle for like you do one multi-battle and you get all of them done, right?
Yeah.
But can we get 2 more keys so we can just do all of it at the last stage? Can we do that? Like,
yeah. I mean, so I always end up with 2 because I always do my tag teams every day. Do you?
I try to. I don't successfully, but I try to.
Yeah. I always do my tag teams and then I end up and I super rate it twice. That's like my routine. And I end up with 2 keys left. Yep. And then maybe like 10% of days I'll actually go in there and try to pick up a 1-star speed glyph or whatever, Yep. But 100%. I agree, Yeah, I agree. It'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like either that or give us 3 or 4x speed, Like once we've unlocked an area to where we've totally beat that area, and it's 3-star and it's perfect and whatever, like, add another speed option or just give us, quadruple super rays or something, No,
100%. I mean, that's actually one of my things is like, I have a lot of stuff when it comes to the replayability of things, but I agree. Like, I feel like Doom Tower and Faction War specifically are 2 areas of the game where we just simply don't need to sit there and watch the same thing that we've been doing all month or all year. Like we can just auto complete it, or run it, more time. Like the super raids just isn't good enough. And so there should be a better way of doing that. Whether it's like, maybe make, just make it a 5-time super raid or something. But like, it should be something more dramatic than that.
Yeah. I got one quickie. You got one more?
Go ahead.
Quickie.
All right.
This has no major effect, but it would just increase my competitive nature, which I like. You know how we can see the best times of our entire clan in all the Doom Tower floors and bosses and stuff like that? I don't know if you do this, but like sometimes I don't always do it, but sometimes I compete with my clan mates. Like I don't tell them about it, but I just like try to get the #1 score if I can, in certain areas. I wish they added that everywhere in the game. I want to see what my clanmates are doing everywhere, their best times everywhere. And all it is one button, to add on the stage screen. Furthermore, like when you go to somebody's avatar or when you look at their player profile, like show all of our best times, show our best clan boss, have our achievements there so we can brag about what we've done, or we can try to, compete with others or whatever. Like, I feel like those social dynamics, they're small. It's not like a game changer, but I feel like they have a pretty good psychological impact on players, like trying to optimize and get better,
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a really good idea. I hadn't really thought of that, but that makes a lot of sense to me. That's a really good one, actually. And, they track a lot of that stuff. So we've seen those, the year's review.
The year-end recaps. Yeah. Like, look at, I finished all faction wars. Oh, my Great Hall progression is 100%, like all this stuff,
No, that would be really, really nice. I like that. Okay. I got one here. You tell me what you think, but can we see the stats of the bosses and stuff of everything in game?
Ooh,
every one
top
of these
secret, Deadwood.
Well, see, here's the thing.
That needs to be data mined only.
See, here's the thing: is that literally the day it's released, it's already out on like 15 different websites. It's already distributed out there. If that's the case, why are we hiding it? Because I mean, look, I sorry, HH, but like the whole thing is like I love being able to go to Hades' site. I love being able to go to Ayumi Love or whomever else and get get the information I need. But also, like, why do I have to do that? Like,
well, this tell me how much you can.
How much resistance do I need? Like, tell me.
You can extend that to champion multipliers, man. You can extend that to like why.
Yes,
it's hard not to look at it as like some sort of I don't even know, like maybe I have too much of a tinfoil hat on here, but like it feels almost nefarious that they have like Suzerain Catone or whoever at like 1800 attack, and you pull them and you're like, okay, I'm gonna max out this nuker. They look like a beast, because not like 5% of the player base actually watches YouTube and goes to websites, and then you max him out and he hits. Like he doesn't hit, it barely hits. It's the wet noodle syndrome, Yeah. Is it Suzerain, the one I'm talking about that has like 1800 almost? Is it?
He's got a lot. He's got 1564. I think.
No, it's not.
That's one of the top ones in the game. I don't know that there's anybody.
Is it 1500?
Yeah, and for a base, that's a pretty high. I think maybe there's.
Who am I thinking of? It's Night Revenant by Stophis. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh,
go look at that. Look at that one.
All right. Yeah, sure.
I think it's like 1795 or something, and he doesn't hit. He hits harder than Suzerain Catone. I'll tell you that much. Stophis. That guy, man. What a fraud, man. What a fraud.
He's so bad.
You can use your little search thing, man.
Oh, I can do that. I still
really
never do
I forget
it.
sometimes too. There you go. And sometimes I click the X instead of hide, and I click out of the whole thing, and that's search again. But what's the base attack?
Oh my God, he's got 1795. You're not joking. Yeah. I didn't realize.
No,
that's insane.
And you're like, oh yeah, it's like him and Anithi Blood Twin. I think there might be one others that are like in the 1800 range. And it's just like, dude, that's baloney, man. Because players who don't know or don't have access to the multipliers don't know that they don't hit hard. That's all they have to go by. So yeah, I mean, show the multipliers or come up with a better metric on how they do damage. I don't know.
Yeah, I think all that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right. You want the two? You want the two biggest ones? The two biggest ones that people would love. Raise the energy cap.
Yep.
That's 130. That should be 200.
Yep.
Each dungeon run takes 20 energy.
And
let me do 10. Simple.
Yeah.
Right.
And have they ever touched that?
think way back in the day, because I think
way
it was like,
back in the day.
I think it was like 110 or 100, and they bumped it up to 130. But like that's still not even close to
Empower
enough.
Epic Champions. Is that your next one?
No,
is that too big. Okay.
No.
I want that.
Unlimited auto battles. Unlimited auto battles. Because you and me get to use.
That's true.
Get to use tools. We already have unlimited auto battles. Every big player in this game has it already. Called RSL Helper.
I don't use it, bro. I'm like, I'm the worst, man. I'm the worst. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I have like in the past, but ever since they instituted auto battle in the game, I'm like, yeah, I just try to hoard them if I can. You know,
that's fine.
But,
that's fine. Like see, the difference is, Ash, you can, if you want more, you can get more, right? And I suppose that's fine. Yeah, you can buy it if you want to, right? But like, for me, I don't have to, right? I can use RSL Helper. I can use an auto clicker.
True.
I could use BlueStacks. There's a bunch of ways to do auto battles for myself.
It's already available. Yeah, it's already available through a billion tools out there. Right. Just make it in game.
Sucks for mobile users. Sucks for mobile users because they don't have it. But again, this is out there already. True. There's no reason. Also, I never understood it because like really what should be the cap of what you can run is your energy and your gems, not anything else. Look,
they could add auto battles to the market, like they should, if they're going to have auto battles, just make them plentiful, they're not, it's not that, to your point, if Plarium can get players to pay anything, silver, whatever, for auto battles, which are free with like a billion services, then it's a win for them. Yeah. Come on, you know?
All right, so anyway. Look, we've been talking too long because there's a lot of things that we see we could improve with.
There is a lot. There's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot we missed.
Yeah. What's your number one on that list of the things that we named? What would be your number one thing if you could change one thing, improve one thing?
God. I guess it's just the first thing that comes to mind. Is the second thing I mentioned. I think I want like an entire market revamp. Excuse me. I think it just feels like it's just ridiculously outdated and ridiculously useless, So I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the best. There's probably other things that would have a bigger impact, but that's one that comes to mind. What about you?
Outside of the energy cap increase, which I think everybody would. That's the most
that have like a dramatic impact, like a way to farm legendary skill tomes, a way to farm mythic skill tomes. Like I'll take that stuff, but
Yeah, but I'm with you. I'm with you on the market stuff. I think for me, it's the Forge. Getting rid of the 4-star stuff, adding mythical stuff, and giving it an auto feature. Those would be really big for me. But thank you again for coming by, spending so much time with me.
My pleasure, man. Awesome. As always.
I know this is coming out after Thanksgiving, but since I just want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a good time.
Oh, you too, man. Best to you and yours, man.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, go check out our collabs talking about the things we're thankful for on our channel. It's actually kind of interesting. I think gives you a little perspective on the things going on in the game. Even though it's a lot of negative, there's a lot of positive too that we forget sometimes. So that's always really important. And I'd rather talk about positive things than with you, Mr. Ash, because I think that's the best part of your channel.
Likewise, Deadwood. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words, and it was a great time to collab here all afternoon for us.
It was a blast. Guys, his information is linked down below, pinned comment description of the video. Thanks again for stopping by, sir. Till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.